Okay, I'm about to make my fourth personal video, and this is to go along with my other personal videos. Don't forget that you guys need to watch them in order. Make sure you watch them in order. But for this one, I just want to talk about a detour. So I'm going to give you the definition. When I just looked it up, it said that a detour was a long or roundabout route to avoid something or to visit something along the way. Okay. This is like me preaching to myself, but also to hopefully minister to whomever might find or come across this video. So I feel like a detour is something similar to operating in like two different dimensions. Now, if we look at like the natural world, then a detour is, like I said, a long roundabout way. Okay, you're trying to avoid something. All right, I feel like the avoidance in the spiritual realm, like when you're on your way to something, okay, like, you know how they say some things are avoidable and then some things aren't? I feel like in the spiritual realm, it is to like build your character. And I'm trying to make this all make sense. But I feel like all of this is done so that maybe you don't have to go the long route. Like, you don't have to learn the hard way. But at the same time, like, because a detour, like, something could pop up. Like, it could be like a roadblock, and you have to try to, you know, go around it. But I feel like those are, like, the tests that you have. Those are, like, the trials. Like God tests you. Like, how are you going to act in this situation? You're going to have patience, or, you know, are you going to have a sharp tongue, or are you going to have a sweet tongue? Like, what are you going to be? So that's one detour, right? And then it said to, you know, visit something along the way. So I feel like then, like I said earlier, that puts you in those two dimensions. So it's like, okay, for example, if you read like the book Esther, like she was getting ready to be queen. She was going through these beauty treatments, and she would go visit the palace, but then she had to go back, you know, to where she was staying. She couldn't stay in the king's castle, but she was to visit it, and she was going through beauty treatments. Now, if you know the story, then you know she was made queen, and all the favor was bent towards her in the end. But if you know, as you're reading the story, it's like she's operating in two dimensions, becoming and not there yet, you know. But I'm saying that to say, like, when these detours come up, like, we have to literally keep the main goal, like, in the front of our heads. Like, you can't like be out here fighting all these like natural battles, like, for real, no lie. You just can't. And I'm learning that. Like, I told my friend that the other day, and it applies for my life too. You know, the enemy wants you to fight the soldier. Like, but he's the one out here starting the wars, right? But he wants us to fight the soldier, and I don't want to fight the soldier. I want to fight the enemy. Literally, because he's trying me. He really is. Like, he think I'm gonna back down, and I'm not. So you guys need to think like that too. Like, don't let him try to trick you out your spot just because it's a detour, just because you're going this long roundabout way. It's everything that you see and that God has promised you, whatever you vision, you know, if it's in God's will and it's yours, and you don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Don't let nobody trick you out of your character, you know. And the enemy uses people. He does. And it's not to be like, it can be the ones closest to you. It's not to be like, oh, okay, like, you're the devil. Nah, but he gonna use what he gonna use. And you want to be suited, you know, so that way you can be emotionally healthy during this battle, and, you know that at the same time, some things you just have to take your hands off of and just let God fight for you. The same way that David was going to go fight Nabal or whatever. He was going to kill him dead until Abigail came. Alright, so I'm saying that to say things come up. I think detours are tests. And how are you going to handle it? Yep. That's me. That's for myself. That's for myself. So I don't know. I mean, I do know. We do know how we're gonna handle it. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. But y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving. This is such a weird video, but I hope it touches somebody and I hope it makes sense. I swear it does. So peace and love. Don't forget to keep watching Phoenix. Love y'all.